Minot State University is offering a unique degree assisting students interested in the arts. This major combines art, business, communication, history, storytelling, and science. Haley Burchett got to speak with a museum studies student as well as one of the professors to learn more.
You got a flavor, get a little excited.
For students like Diana Dakota Dias, this degree provides a way for her to connect history to the present.
From my own experience, I love that we are preserving the past so that my children and their children and the community can come here and appreciate and learn from the area indigenous people, from just the North Dakota's history.
A message from you.
As a Minot native and MSU alum, Dr. Amanda Watts said traveling around the world for 15 years showed her what was missing from her college journey. When she was in school, there were a lot of needed classes not included in her major. In order to get them, she would have had to invest an additional 28 hours after graduating.
That's 2 years, honestly, of full-time school after my degree.
When Amanda returned to North Dakota, she looked at MSU's art administration program and used her experience to help determine all classes an undergrad would need to succeed in the real world.
I like this one the most, April 23rd.
What?
I feel like I kept doing this like every week.
The integrative solution was the museum studies degree.
Stepping back from decades of experience, we are able to say this is absolutely everything that you would need to be very successful the day after you graduate.
Diana expressed that as an Indigenous person, she wants everyone to come together through art.
I love the fact that right now we are bridging a friendship with the different indigenous tribes here so that we all can share our knowledge and preserve it.
Offering a unique opportunity to study diverse disciplines while opening a variety of career paths for graduates. At Minot State University, I'm Haley Burchett reporting for your news leader.
MSU is the only university in North Dakota and surrounding states to offer a museum studies degree. Dr. Watts and Diana will represent Minot State on an international stage this weekend in Spain. They'll be sharing one of 2 projects at the Symposium for Indigenous Objects in Museum Collections. That's at the International Council of Museums Conference. Congratulations.